Welcome back. Kathy Banak joining us. Certainly people want to give, and a lot of professionals have ideas of how to give back. And welcome back. I want to welcome back Kathy, who joins us again to really help people understand, if you're looking to redesign your home or you've bought a new home, there are big things to consider when hiring somebody, and also how hiring somebody can save you a lot of money in these ways that people don't really think about. Welcome back, Kathy. How are you?
Good. How are you?
Good. It's nice to see you.
Nice to see you.
Let's just talk a little bit about, maybe these few things people really need to consider, because before we came on the show, you're talking about people who buy these homes or houses, I guess, but then they never really become a home because they don't do anything with it.
Or they don't budget that they actually have to fill the whole house, right? So if it's a new house, a new build or a remodel, they sometimes forget that maybe their existing furniture won't fit into the new design, and they forget to budget for it. And I think that's a big piece of level of frustration and stress that could come after actually all the hard labor is done, is that you actually don't have a home. You don't have your authentic home. And then you're kind of nitpicking piece by piece, yet a year could go by and you still don't have a home. So, hiring somebody that really can oversee the whole process and sees the end result and helps you through that. So actually, a lot of times I say, let's work backwards. If I see the end result, I'm going to help you step by step to get to that end result.
Yeah, I think you have to work within a profession to actually be able to attain any type of vision, right?
Yeah.
And I think, you say making a house a home. I always heard love made house a home, but maybe it's really design. Maybe it's love by design.
Well, it's really yourself. That's why I named my business Authentic Home, because it's really all about creating and bringing your own authentic, true self into your home environment. So you're comfortable, as well as all your friends and family that come in know that this is your home. It's representing who you are.
And when people have all these choices, is that representing who you are? You know me pretty well. I would have all Seahawks stuff if it was just my choice, right? And some golf stuff in the corner.
But that's you. You're not living alone.
Well, right. That's true. I realize that. Yeah, I got wife and baby.
Yeah.
Although he's getting all Seahawks stuff too, let's be honest.
It's a challenge when I have to deal with bachelors, I will say that.
Yeah.
So it's just getting over that.
Where do you start when you have all these choices? From football helmets and baseball bats to flowery pillows.
Well, I think that's part of the process on what to go through to consider when you need to hire somebody to help you that really understands and can really get to know your personality, yet also what is your desired end result? What is your dream home? What is your dream bedroom? What is your dream bathroom? And pull it together for you step by step. So, nowadays with the internet and HGTV, there's just, people are overwhelmed by the number of choices in every aspect, from lighting to tile to flooring to color to fabrics. So it's overwhelming really, really fast. And that's what really gets people to not do anything and just stop.
And then when you have all these choices and so many places to go, as you talked about, your timeline, you probably get discouraged.
Yeah. And I find that most people, if everybody has a busy life. So, to carve out that Saturday when you have a couple of kids, it's really hard to dedicate your time just to focus on.
I found that with one kid, it's hard to do focus any time.
Well, right. So how are you going to do a bathroom remodel?
Right.
When you have the kids' soccer practice and all their activities that come with that. And then on top of it, if you actually got to that place of actually hiring a remodeler, a contractor, he then starts to put the pressure on you because he's got to meet timelines. If you're starting a demo, you need cabinets ordered, you need tile ordered, you need faucets and plumbing and lighting. All those need to be ordered so that he can actually get it in so it doesn't take 6 months. It could take 5 weeks. So, it's both those that have to go hand in hand. Keeping your contractor at bay is really what a designer does, is acts between the buffer, between the contractor and the client. And so we take all that on. We know when the timelines are. We know when things are going to be ordered, and we have to get you to decide. And that's our job. So think of it as really like a funnel. I'm funneling all of the different materials that are out there because I'm, in sense, know you and what you want. So I give you 2 to 3 choices, and that's it.
And then, I mean, in the end, it's certainly easier to choose two or from a few
Yes.
things
Yeah.
from
Right.
everything on HGTV.
Exactly. So that's when we get down to time is money. And I always talk to people about making sure we're comparing apples to apples. So if you're going to tell me that you want to paint a bathroom in a weekend, and I'm going to tell you, okay, tell me what your hourly rate is. So Ben, your hourly rate is, you might think it's what?
It's a lot.
Okay.
I'm very expensive,
Okay.
Kathy.
Well, most people would say probably, $30 an hour. And I say, okay, triple that. And now triple the time you think it's going to take to do that. Because life gets in the way. And people do not value their own time.
And my wife would actually say I'm worthless if I were to actually pick up a paintbrush.
Well,
so
see,
in
but it's
the
your
same
time.
breath, right.
It's your time, though. But then the whole challenge is life gets in the way. 1 child, 2 children, 3 children, the dog gets sick. I get sick, and now it's a month goes by and the bathroom's not done.
And you're living in that
And
mini
you're
construction
living
zone.
in the construction zone. So what happens? The stress level goes up, the frustration level happens, and you're basically, fighting and not happy. So we don't want that.
So I have a question for you that's a little off. Has HGTV helped or hurt your business with having these designers on and the celebrity, I guess, that brings?
Yeah, I think, people do ask me that a lot. And, my response is in some respects it's helped a lot because it actually gets people to think out of the box, which is really, really good, to let your creative juices start to flow and to actually get to that place of saying, that is really my dream bathroom. I really do want that. That's a good thing because there are a lot of people that can't even get to that place. The problem that I have is, when you look at these shows, they don't show you that they've got 30 subcontractors standing there behind the scenes that are pulling it all together, and basically what is the expense of that? So, we have to be realistic in the timelines, but also the materials that they're using. And, that it is only going to cost, $1,000. Well, that's unrealistic.
So the $1,000 remodel is like no labor.
Right. And very inexpensive materials. So we have to also talk about quality versus, a very inexpensive material that's not going to hold up.
Yeah, and I mean, I guess that's got to be a big piece for you is making sure people get something that will last because as things fade or crack, certainly it's going to reflect on you. So you can't, you wouldn't want people to just go cheap.
Yeah. And, I talk a lot about when somebody is remodeling or buying a new home, how long are we staying in that home? If they're a young couple, this is their first house, and it's on the smaller side, and they might be starting a family, and they tell me they're starting a family, okay, then maybe they're going to be there for 5 to 10 years. So we have to consider that we have resale to consider in our remodeling or in our decorating. Versus somebody that it might be in their middle ages and I'm not moving. I'm here for life. I want to die in this house. I'm going to look at things differently. So it's also the age, the size of the family, all those things consider.
Well, Kathy, I mean, speaking of remodeling, so you're going to be at the Seattle Remodeling Show March 23rd through the 25th, and you'll actually be hosting a seminar on selecting the right paint colors for your home. Yeah. What is that? What are you going to teach? Give us a little teaser here on.
Everything we've talked about on all the shows that I've been on with you. Everything. Tangerine Tango is the color of the year. Yes. It all revolves around color, right? So my tile, my flooring, my lighting, my fabrics, all revolves around color. And I find that really what trips people up a lot is really getting that palette down, is understanding what the home color palette is, so that when I am out and ready to do that kitchen remodel and look at that granite, I know what colors I'm going to just work within and not be all over the gamut. And so it's really a process that I walk people through on really what to look for and not to get distracted and how to stay on that path with regards to color.
Well, if you want to learn more about selecting the right paint colors, certainly Kathy can help you. She'll be teaching a seminar at the Washington State Convention Center. And you can go to our Facebook page and just go ahead and write us a little note, and we will be sure to get you a complimentary pass from Kathy. When we come back, a lot of people want to buy houses, a lot of people want to decorate houses, but how do you afford all this stuff? Yvonne Hall is going to join us. You're listening to Brash and Almond.